Hi, my name is Keara Sebold, and I was an archival assistant intern at the Boston Symphony Orchestra this summer. Um, I worked on processing the Dorio Anthony Dwyer collection for the entire summer from start to finish. And I'd love to tell you a little bit about the project and what I did. Dorio was the head flutist at the symphony from 1952 to 1990, so 38 years, which was an extremely long running career. And upon her passing in 2020, she donated the entirety of her personal collection and personal affects to the Boston Symphony. It was about 25 large file boxes of stuff. And so my project this summer was to, from start to finish, completely process that collection, come up with series, come up with archival headers and boxes, and write a finding aid that researchers could use to use the collection for their own research. And I was able to complete my project. It took the entirety of the summer. It was a really rewarding thing to be able to do because it taught me a lot about my own aspirations in my career. It taught me a lot about the kind of work that archivists do to get all of these collections ready for researchers to view. Something surprising that I learned about this entire project and how archives work was how important it is to be in communication with the family or the donator of the collections that you're processing. There was a lot of things that I had to pull aside and talk to Dorio's daughter about to see if she wanted them to be part of the collection or if she wanted them perhaps returned to the family or perhaps embargoed, so that researchers would have to get special permission to view those parts of the collection. And it was really delightful to be able to talk to Ariane and talk about Dorio and learn more about this person that I was spending so much time with in the archives. A skill that I unexpectedly developed in this time period was patience. I knew that archiving was a lengthy endeavor, but I didn't know just how much patience it would take for me to methodically go through every single document, every single object, every single photograph, and figure out where I wanted to put them, where it made the most sense to put them, and how I could best describe these things so that researchers could access them with the most ease. There was times where I had to sit and listen to cassette tapes for hours and hours on end so I could know exactly what was on them, so that I could better sort them, so that somebody could better use them for their own project. And throughout this process of methodically sorting through every single document in this collection, I learned about myself that I love archiving, and it's definitely something I could see myself doing in the future as a career. While I still do intend to go into academia at some point in my life, I could definitely see myself working as an archivist or working in library sciences in general. It was such a lovely and uplifting community within the Boston Symphony Orchestra archives. The head archivist, Bridget, was so helpful and so willing to answer any of my questions about how I should sort something or how best to approach a certain task. And she also gave me a lot of space to make my own decisions and to maybe make my own mistakes and to correct them later so I could learn a lot about the process. I had only before spent a brief time in an archival setting, and so this experience showed me that I could definitely thrive in that setting. It showed me more about how archives work from start to finish, from the moment a collection is donated to the moment the finding aid is published. And I was able to write and hopefully publish my own finding aid for a collection that only I have been able to see, which is extremely rewarding, and I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to work here.